So very good morning, friends, and this is Saumitra from Packaged and Counter Business. And recently, as you know, that the ISI has removed the mandatory tag from the packaged drinking water and natural mineral water, and only FSSI license is going to be okay for that. So, in light of that, many things are happening now. After I think some 60 to 90 days, there is something new which has come up, which you are seeing on the screen. So, as I have set up an alert for whatever happening in FSSA or something like that, packaged drinking water, please remind me. So, on December 5th, I received this alert, and the alert was FSSA packaged drinking water, whatever happening there. So, there are certain news you can see. Indian regulator classifies packaged drinking water as high risk product, just drinks. So this is maybe a website called just drinks. Then Yahoo Finance also says the same thing. FSSAI declares same thing. This is YouTube. Somebody has published a video on that. India's packaged drinking water high risk business, MSN and Udaipur Times, and MSN and Goa Tea, then Philox or Sangri today. Many, I mean, okay. So there are many people who are telling that it's a high risk business. So now we need to understand, as a bottled water manufacturer professional, what is a risk and what is in that. So I have summed up certain things on my blog post. So I will just in blog post I have written sentences. Now here we'll discuss one by one those issues. What are those actually? Okay. So let me check it. And yes, it is here, intention of making bottled water as risky. What does it mean really? Okay. So I'll just okay. Now let us see that these are the points which I have mentioned. Okay. So first point I have said that if you saw this on internet and media, just read it as another news. So I'm telling you, it is not a very big thing. It is not sensation. It is not sensational at all. Okay. So just read it as another news. Don't take it to heart and take any major decision, something like that. Okay. Second is, it's done after there has been a removal of mandatory tag by the BIS. Okay. So since now there is no mandatory tag from the BIS, it has happened after that. Okay. So why I have made this statement is that when we discuss this thing in the forum, in the physical forum during Drink Tech, there was a small session on this. So many people were discussing that suddenly the government has done that. The rationale behind there was that one nation, one law. So because of that, and as FSSAI is the main body regulator which takes care of various things, that they have taken the decision in this context that there won't be any BIS. But third thing is, BIS is going to hand it over to the FSSAI. Some things will change. We have been discussing on various blog posts also about it. But the thing is, certain things, the BIS, since the BIS is not going to be there, and FSSAI also, we are not much sure about it, how to implement, what will be the exact effects of this and all that. So they must have realized that there should be some serious norms about it. Water is a seriously important thing. So that is why they have taken that. That's what I'm saying. It is done after there has been a removal of mandatory tag by the BIS. So there is no mandatory tag by the BIS now. Okay. If you go and visit the BIS website, you will see that it has gone out of the mandatory thing, compulsory thing. So I'll just show you that for a minute, or in some other video I have shown you that. Okay. I'm not going to spend much time on that. The earlier video, it is saying, yes, I have mentioned that it is there. Okay. The third thing is, since there may be huge entrants, it's here to retain the quality checks, nothing else. So there might be, since there is no BIS, so there might be many people who would be entering into this line. Okay. Because majorly the fees of BIS was huge, number one. Second thing about BIS is the Lab may not be there. I'm not very sure whether FSSAI has made it compulsory or not. Lab may not be there. Similarly, the quality checks also, the number of times we needed to check the water daily basis, it has been removed now. So this is a major entry barrier removed. But because of that, there may be many entrants, and there may be spoilage of the norms of quality also. It might so happen. So that is also must be the reason why they have marked this as risky. Risky in sense of high risk if you don't take the proper measures. It is for the manufacturers. Don't take it lightly. It is risky means what? As far as the hygiene is concerned, it is concerned with the hygiene. Okay, so it has said that it is high risk. Okay, so since there may be huge entrants, it is important. Next is, it is not at all a new step from the government towards improving health standards, as many of the new blogs sites publicizing. So many newsmakers, these newsmakers are not fully aware of what was happening earlier. So government already was there. So this is not a new step. It is already, government is already taking some serious actions about that. So it is not like earlier there was nothing and suddenly FSSAI high risk and they are very concerned about it. So government has been very particular about the whole thing since beginning. Since 2001 there is BIS. So you can understand FSSAI come into action in 2006. So right from now it is 23 years. It is the laws are there. The BIS is already there. So that is what I am saying in the next step. Earlier the water was under compulsory certification from the BIS, which was much more stringent. So actually BIS is much more stringent to compared to FSSAI. So in fact FSSAI themselves had made a directive to get an ISI license before applying for FSSAI. So earlier it was compulsory that in the regulations you can see that on FSSAI website also, that in 2021 or 22 also they had made again a statement that you should have a BIS, valid BIS license in possession. Then only you can apply for the FSSAI license. Okay, so it was already there. So it is nothing new, I mean. Okay, so next is, though there were 2 licenses needed, there was good division between them. BIS looked after the quality of water for safety towards consumption and safety towards. So it was, BIS was looking mainly after the factory part of it. Okay, so if you are a trader, you were never needing a BIS license, right? You just needed only FSSAI if you are getting it done from somebody. So BIS was only applicable to the person who is producing that. So they were taking all the quality precautions at the factory level. So it used to check, and FSSAI mainly the applications of that. So after production they have distributed. So are you properly taking care at the outlet? Okay, where you are selling it, where you are storing it, something like that. So it was a natural distinction between 2 regularities. So working not the best, however, were in place. So I don't say that it is working. Some places people did not have to have a facial license, and sometimes many things were happening. I never seen that. They say that there are still people who supply without BIS also. So I am not very sure about it. Rather, I don't take it as a good business model. The business model which does not let you sleep calmly and quietly, it is not a good business model, and it does not contribute to the country's or nation's wealth. It is not a good business model. Okay. Now the last point is, since BIS is not compulsory, let's see how it affects the quality of bottled water. So we are still to see what it is going to happen. So conclusion, there was no special annual check in the BIS. So this is very important. So BIS, there was not annual check, because daily, weekly, monthly, 6 monthly, yearly internal checks with a built-in lab, which won't be there now. So it was in BIS, it was happening. In this place, there will be only annual inspection by the FSSAI. So it's not any extraordinary measure by the government. So earlier it was there with BIS, rather every day the water was under check, and now it won't be there if you don't have for the BIS license. If you just go for the only FSSAI, still you can have your own lab. BIS or FSSAI does not say that you do not run your own lab. but it is not needed. Okay, so that is how the whole thing I just wanted to clarify. So the point is, don't don't take it too hard that way. It is only, it is risky is what, risky is only as far as the hygiene is concerned. The business model is not, bottled water business is not risky. It's only as far as if you don't take the proper measures, then it is risky. And you should, for you to take proper measures, it has been marked as risky. So this was the little explanation. Whatever you feel like about it, you can tell us. In our training types also, we are discussing about this. Now the first sessions have changed. It is only water and all that. So now we are also discussing what is the new norm, what it is done for. So people come to trainings mainly to get their question answers, doubts in the mind clarified. So if you want to do that, you can also join the trainings. Thank you so much.